Good morning, everyone. Welcome to my YouTube channel, Leaf Classes. I am Anjali. As promised to you, I am here with the solution of specimen question paper released by the Council for November 2021 exam. And the subject obviously is computer applications for class 10. Now, before we start the solution, let me tell you, children, here in this paper, in the specimen question paper, you have two sections, section A and section B. In section A, there are total 6 questions, and each question is of 5 parts, and each part of each question carries 1 mark. And in today's video, we will be discussing section A part of the question paper, and in the upcoming video, obviously, we will be doing section B. Now, children, when we see the question paper, the specimen question paper in section A, you have the questions like choose the correct option, true or false, give the output, find the odd one out. But for attempting these questions, you should know the entire topic. Then only you will be able to solve the questions. So I want all of you to prepare nicely. Don't think that it is MCQ, so we have to just put a tick mark on the one option out of given options. Please prepare the topics properly. And as per the analysis, what I have seen in the specimen question paper, mostly in section A, the questions are from your first topic, that is revision of class 9 syllabus. And children, after this, we will start the revision of class 9 syllabus in MCQ form. So let us begin with the first question, which says choose the correct answer. Which of the following are valid comments? Children, we know we have two types of comments we have done. As per your syllabus, you have done two types of comments. This is single line comment and this is multi-line comment, right? So please just see the question and you check according to what you know. So if we see this is the correct option, slash asterisk is not the correct option, and double slash is the correct option. Now we come to the options. This is option 1 and option 3. So we have option 1 as the correct answer. Right, children? Now we move to the second question. Operators with higher precedence are evaluated before operators with relatively lower precedence. Arrange the operators given below in order of higher precedence to lower precedence. Children, if you have seen, this question is already taken from the previous year question papers. So for here, 4 operators are there. Children, I want to tell you the order. When these type of operators are given, first always the unary operator will be there, then you will have arithmetical operator, and then you will have relational operator, and then logical operator. So after keeping this in mind only, you have to analyze what will be the answer, and then you have logical, right? So in this you have, this is the first unary operator, plus plus increment operator, this is unary operator. Then you have arithmetical operator, modulus sign is arithmetical operator, so this comes to number 2. Then we have relational operator, this is number 3, and then we have logical operator, this is number 4. Right, children? So the correct answer will be, first will be 4. So we have 3. So we will leave the last one. Then second option is your second one. So this is your second option. We will leave these two. And third option is third. And the last option is option 1. So third answer is the correct for this one. Children, always remember this order: unary operator, arithmetical operator, relational, and then the logical operator. You may get in the question paper, instead of modulus symbol, you may get asterisk mark or slash mark. For here, you may get less than equals to. For this, you may get minus minus symbol. For this, you may get or operator. So once you will know this order, it will be easy for you to find the answer, right? Now we move to the next question, that is C part. Which of the following keyword is used to create an instance of a class? Children, instance means object of a class. You know how you write class name, space, object name, and then you write equals to new class name, right? This is the statement how you create the object or instead of a class. So which operator is used? This is the new operator which is used. So option 1 is the correct answer. Now we move on to question number D. What is the final value stored in variable x, where x is equals to math.abs of math.floor of a. Children, math.floor function gives you the nearest lowest integer. So here minus 8.35, if we see minus 8.35, nearest lowest integer will be minus 8 and minus 9. The lowest one is minus 9. So the answer of math.floor will be minus 9.0, and absolute ABS stands for absolute, which removes the sign, and it will result in 9.0. So we have option 1 as the correct answer. Children, I suppose all of you have already done and you are just checking your answers with mine. Any question you have problem, just do comment. We will do that in the comment section. Next, name the type of the error in the statement below. Int r equals to 100 by 0 semicolon. This is the correct syntax. There is no error in the syntax, but we know that division by 0 is not allowed. So when we will run the program, it will generate error. So it is runtime error. In the end screen today, I will put the video link for types of error. Please go through that, right children? Now we move on to the question number 2. Here also same type of question is there, but only you have to fill in the blanks, where out of the given option one word has to be filled, right? So the first question says the dash allows a class to use the properties and methods of another class. That means one class will acquire the properties of other, and that OOPS principle is known as inheritance. So option 1 is the correct answer. Children, please learn the definitions of all object-oriented programming principles, right? Then the number of bytes occupied by char data type. Here also I would like to tell you that you have to learn the number of bytes occupied by each data type, by each primitive data type. And the char data types takes 2 bytes, right? So please learn these. The dash is called instance of a class. In question number 1 only we did. Object is only known as instance of a class. So option 1 is the correct answer. The dash are the words which have special meaning. Here we come to the answer, keywords. Yes children, keywords are the words which have the special meaning. Keywords you cannot use as variable names, as identifiers. Okay. Next question is method that accept a string without any space. For string we use two methods, next and next line. These two methods are used for string type entries. And if you want to use a space in between, we will use next line. For a string without any space, next function is used. So option 1 again here is the correct answer. I hope children all of you have marked it correctly. Now we move on to question number 3. The wrapper class to which the method parse int belongs to. Children, if you use input stream reader, you must have done integer dot parse int. This is the statement for parsing integer type value. So here this is the wrapper class. Although wrapper class are not there in this term, but they have given the option. So we are doing wrapper class videos also. Please do check that. Intermediate code obtained after compilation. Children, when we write any program, in Java language that is known as source code. Source code is given to the compiler in Java, and that gives you bytecode, and bytecode is then given to interpreter, which generates the object code. So this order you have to learn. So intermediate code obtained after compilation. After compilation, what you are getting? Bytecode. So bytecode is the correct answer. The next is the method with the same name as of the class which does not have a return type data is called. Children, I suppose all of you have seen the constructor video, and in that I have explained that the constructor has the same name as the class name, and it can never ever return any value, not even void. So option 1 is the correct answer. Now we move on to D part of this question. The statement to stop the execution of a construct. Children, here you may get confused between these two options, system.exit and break statement. And stop is not there. So system.exit is to terminate the program. It stops the program. But here the question says of a construct. If you want to stop the execution of if construct, for construct, while construct, for that we use break statement. Option 2 is the correct answer, right? Next is invoking a function by passing the objects of a class is termed as call by reference. Children, all the primitive data types are passed using call by value, and here for call by reference all non-primitive data types are used, right? So for object, for arrays, we will use call by reference. Now we move on to question number 4. Here it is true or false. Children, only two options are there. Byte is non-primitive data type. No, it is primitive data type. So option 2 is the correct answer. Here you have to give the answer in true or false. You have to evaluate it first. This exclamation sign is used for not. So not will reverse. Not 2 greater than 3, it is false. And 4 greater than 6, again it is false. False and false will give you false. So not false is true, right? So option 1 is the correct answer. Then we have scope of local variable is within a class. Children, this is very confusing question. Here scope of local variable is within the method or the function. So the answer is false. False is the correct answer, right? Local variables are always given within the method body. The default statement is optional in switch case. True. You may give default statement, you may not give, right? The assignment operator is left associative. Here it is false. It is right associative. Say when you write a equals to 10 plus 2, suppose you are writing like this. So this is calculated from right to left. The associativity is from right to left, which is also known as right associative. So the correct answer is false. Option 2 is the correct answer for this. Right, children? Now we move on to the next question. Choose the odd one out. Children, in this four options are there. 3 options will belong to one category, and you have to find one option which is not matching with the remaining 3. First question in this is encapsulation, data abstraction, portable, and polymorphism. If you see option 1, 2 and 4, all these are object oriented principle. So portable is not matching with these. So option 3 is the odd one value. Then you have the operators greater than, equals to, less than. Only this is the logical operator. Rest all are relational operator. Here also answer 3 is the correct answer. Next you have return, break, continue and system.exit. So these 3 are the jump statements in Java and the correct answer is 4. This is odd one. Then you have int, double char. These 3 are primitive type values and string is not related to this. So we have answer 4 as the correct answer, right? Then you have next plus sign, modulus, slash operator and or operator. All these are arithmetical operators and you have or operator as logical. So option 4 is the correct answer. I hope children this is quite easy and all of you have done it correctly. Now we move on to the last question of this section A, that is question number 6. Now give the output of the following. Yes children, this is very important. Using increment and decrement operator, the output questions are definitely going to come in your exam. Children, let me solve and then we will check the answer. X plus equals to the expression is given. So it is x equals to x plus. Initially always the value which is given here, you will take that value and this entire expression will be within the brackets. X plus plus. What is the value of x? It is 5 and it is x plus plus. So after using 5, the value will be incremented and it will become 6. And when it will reach to next term, it will reach as 6. Then after that you have plus plus x. So it is reaching as 6 plus plus, that is pre-increment. It will be incremented by 1. So it will become 7 plus. Now how it is going to next term? As 7 plus minus minus x. Again it is pre-decrement. So it will be decreased by 1. It will become 6. And how it is passing? It is passing as 6 only. Plus x. No change over there. So it will be 5 plus you have 24 and 5 plus 24 is 29. So we have option 1 as the correct answer. Right children? Now if A greater than B, system.out.println A plus B and system.out.println A into B when A equals to 5 and B equals to 7. A is 5, B is 7. 5 is greater than 7? No. The condition is false. So if here the braces are not given, children, always just enclose the first statement within the braces. So this statement will be executed only when this condition is found to be true, whereas it is false now. So this statement will not be executed and definitely the next statement written after that is going to be executed. So 5 into 7 is 35. So your correct answer is option 2. Next, string x equals to a greater than equals to 90. Children, this is ternary operator. In ternary operator, first here the condition is there. That condition is evaluated. If it is found to be true, the statement written after question mark will be executed. Otherwise, if it is false, the statement written after colon will be executed. The question says the value of a is 90. So 90 is greater than equals to 90. Yes, it is true. So if it is true, that means x will have the value excellent. Option 2 is the correct answer. Now we move on to the next part. Switch x. The value of x is given capital A. Now all of you know that if the matching case is not found, then the statement written after default is executed and Java is case sensitive language. So don't get confused that it is A and it is also A. No, it is lowercase a and it is uppercase a. So this is not a matching case, right? So here what will be executed? The default statement system.out.println success. So your output is success. That means option 3 is the correct answer. Next question is n equals to 1000 while n is greater than 10. N equals to n slash 10. You have to print the value of n and how many times the loop is executed. What is the value of n? That is the output, right? Now here first, while n is greater than 10, the value of n is 1000 is greater than 10. Yes, it is true. So it is going into the loop, it will go and the value of n will be n slash 10. That means 1000 slash 10. So what will be the value here? It will be 100. The loop is closed. Again it will come here. 100 is greater than 10. Yes, still the condition is true. N equals to n by 10. Now the value of n is 100. So 100 by 10 will give you 10. Again it will go here and check. 10 is greater than 10? No. Now the condition is false. So it will come out of the loop and what value it will print of n? The value of n is now 10. So the output of n will be 10. So we have these two options left where the output is 10 and how many times it is executed? First time and second time. So the loop is executed 2 times and the output is 10. So we have got option 3 as the correct answer. Right children, I hope all of you have done all the questions correctly. And next video we will be doing section B. Children, I want to tell you the difficulty level for your exam can be more or less like this. But for the preparation, you have to prepare all the topics which are there in the syllabus. Best wishes to each one of you. Those who haven't subscribed the channel, please do subscribe and press the bell icon so that you get the notifications for all the videos and no important topic is missed by you. You may join us on our Telegram channel also. The link is there in the description box. Keep practicing, keep working hard. God bless you, children.